I don't think it's okay to call ICE on illegal immigrants, period. I don't think that's okay.
Why?
Because I think that a part of the process we have to address what the issues are as to why they're coming over here and what's the problems with. Nobody has addressed the issues of
Of
how
the whole
America.
world? Why should we be
No,
responsible for what?
So I mean, it's just a cultural aspect, I believe, and you know, not only did she get a free roof out of it, now she's going to go to her redneck group chats and they're going to laugh about it and talk about it. I mean, you know,
I
yeah, I
hope
mean,
that roof falls apart because morally, like, when did like ethics become like optional in America? Like, to have an ethical standard or a moral standard. Like, I just think it's so messed up. So yeah, I don't think that was cool. And I'm
Mr. Man.
But
semi
they
kind of
but they were
pro illegal.
illegal. But they were illegal. They shouldn't.
Yeah,
They broke the
yes.
law.
We all are illegal. I think if that's the
No, I'm
logic,
not.
If
we
if
all
I
are
I
illegal.
don't claim that
if I broke the law,
status.
they would have got me.
No one came to America for
No, no,
we
I'm
didn't,
not going with
Leslie.
that. No,
I'm
no. Come on,
sorry.
Dr. T. Come on, Dr. T. Don't
Or we
claim
was
I
it.
already
I
here.
rebuke that on your behalf as well.
I can't let you. I have to argue the other side. I just don't think it's okay. I think that, had she done it before they did the work, then that was cool. Like, I can understand. I think, that would make sense. That would make more
Right.
sense to me than this. But I'm big on, I just don't. I feel like I am truly a believer that America was built on the back of immigrants, period.
What's an immigrant?
Anyone that was not, that we did not come here. We were not our ancestry in general. America was built off of Europeans coming to the United States. This is not.
No,
No,
Yes,
that's not
yes,
true. No.
yes.
black
One, there
people.
And
were
Black people
and
built the country.
but that's what I'm saying.
no.
Europeans
Are you
came, they
talking about
stole us, they
enslaved
came
people?
here, right?
Enslaved?
We came,
Are you talking about
slaves built
enslaved people?
right. But I'm saying, how did slaves get here
Enslaved
though?
people are not immigrants. An immigrant is somebody that
The
chooses to
fleas.
go into another country. So
I
forced led.
cannot
So
co-sign,
you're
guys.
not
I
an
Well,
immigrant.
Dante,
And
what's
then
an
and then
immigrant?
hold on, one more thing, be more. Also, too, the people who were here, there were Negroes here. There were the Aboriginals, the so-called Native Americans. There were many other tribes here for
True.
a long
I
time.
agree. That's what
Okay, that we would
you and I are saying.
identify
We're
with as
saying the
black
same
as
thing.
well.
We're
Some of them
saying
were
the same
black
thing.
too.
Hold on, we're saying the
That's
same
what I'm
thing in
saying.
different
That
ways.
would identify as black as well.
We're
So.
saying the same things in different ways. And I think
But
we
you're
agree.
calling slaves or enslaved people.
No,
I
what
don't like to call them slaves. You're calling them
let me
immigrants.
correct, because I
Okay.
feel like, we were talking over one another.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So here's my point. I don't think it's okay to call ICE on illegal immigrants, period. I don't think that's okay.
Why?
Because I think that a part of the process we have to address what the issues are as to why they're coming over here and what's the problems with. Nobody has addressed the issues of
Of
how
the whole
America.
world? Why should we be
No,
responsible for what? Now you're opening it up.
No,
I
no,
thought you were
because
just going to
we
clarify
go
that
to their
the enslaved
countries
people were
and we
not
fuck up their countries, so they
immigrants.
come over here.
But now you're
we
saying address why other people come from other countries. That's not
but
for
we
us to
haven't. But it is.
address.
It's a responsibility that everybody in America has. I mean, everybody in the world has. We have to.
But
You know,
So be responsible for
we're
why
not
other
we're not
people are
like,
leaving their
this is not
country.
like Wakanda, you know what I mean? Like, where we just shut it down, you know what I mean? Like, we are, like, there's some
Well,
moral.
maybe we should be like Poland.
okay.
Have y'all seen the parliamentarian that spoke at the World Forum? Did he say
hmm
that they keep it? They're like, you have to come through legally. He's like, we've had 0 terrorist attacks. We have 0 this, 0 that. So y'all should be more like Poland. Have y'all seen that?
No, I didn't
You
see
ever
that.
heard about
Wait,
him?
Dante,
Okay,
let me ask you,
yeah.
who
His
built the
name is
country?
like it's
Immigrants
Tarzinski or something
or
like
black
that.
people?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Slaves,
get into the debate,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say black people made the country. We built the Capitol,
slaves,
we
we
built the White
built it.
House.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Okay,
We
but did you
brick
built
by
say it
it.
was
brick.
built on the black of
In
immigrants? I don't. That's where I
Indians,
started going.
yes, but okay.
I think Dr.
Indians,
T, she's ultimately saying that white, black, slave,
Oh,
Are
they're
not
all immigrants
equal.
we're
because
not from
No, we're
here.
not all
not our
immigrants.
It wasn't
No,
this
ours.
was this
no,
was
and
never
you have
ours.
you have
Indians owned it.
all Black people here are not
Yes, Dr.
descendants
Dante.
of enslaved people. So
Yeah.
All right.
So no, we're not all the same. It's important to
Right, we're not the same.
differentiate. We're not the
We are
same. We're
different.
not equal.
But
This country
let me
was not
ask
built on
y'all.
the backs
We got
of
20 more minutes.
immigrants. That's not true.
Mhm.
Black ICE workers came under fire. The people were online taking pictures of them, calling them sellouts. Let me ask
How are
y'all,
they
do y'all
sellouts?
think Black ICE workers are sellouts?
They're doing their job.
Doing their job.
I guess if they arrest Africans, then they are.
No.
Caribbeans, then maybe.
I actually encouraged a friend who moved down to Georgia and was struggling with getting a job to apply for ICE. So he's in the process of being hired. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
mean,
saw the
it's
for
hard.
I'm
hire.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
All
we
right.
can say that
It's no
about a lot of
different than working for
occupations.
any other law enforcement agency of the country, in my opinion.
But right now, like ICE is so like a hot button topic right now. People are like, how could you support them? You want to be white? You want to? How can you? It's supposed to be a black and brown alliance.
It's not. It's a citizen thing, and we have to remember
It's
that.
like I get paid thing.
I don't like how everybody else's issues become Black people issues.
Yeah,
our issues don't
Citizenship
belong
is
to
not our
anybody.
issue. That's not our issue.
And that's why I
And
am like
for
this.
once, we're not going to compound other people. We have enough of our own issues,
And
right?
taking ownership
Especially
of that.
internally. But we don't want to. I don't feel like we need to take ownership of, you know,
Nah.
I agree.
the legalities of citizenship. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I encourage my friend. He has no criminal background. He's a college graduate. He's athletic.
Go support your
So,
family.
you know,
Yep.
yeah, go pay your
Yeah,
bills
you
and
have
go
to
pay your bills and not have your wife look at you crazy
And
because you're
here's the other
unable
thing
to.
too. Again, how we always say, you know, there are levels. I'm not grouping all immigrants in the same thing either, because you know a lot of stories we do.
The next story, I can't
some
wait.
kind of crime, and
The
they're
next
like,
story.
he's an illegal immigrant. And it's like, we're not saying correlation is causation. We're not doing that. I'm not grouping all immigrants the same. I guess I guess my mother was an immigrant. She's a naturalized citizen. So I know there are extreme circumstances where people do need to leave their country to stay alive. I think those are extreme circumstances, but I don't think that the majority of the illegal immigration here is under those circumstances. And so I don't think that I should have an extra bleeding heart, or I should bend over backwards, or condemn people who work for ICE, or, you know what I'm saying? Any of those things, because I know I'm Nigerian. And I know before I got my, I claimed my citizenship and got my passport and everything like that, I had to get a visa. I had to prove that I had $2,000 in the bank. I had to prove that I could afford to take care of myself while I was visiting a country. I had to get a letter of invitation to come to Nigeria, whether it's business, whether it's pleasure, and put where am I staying. So all these different countries have these different protocols. And it's only the gangster lack of moral nature that America has been run rickshot since the 16, 17, 1800s, that they just bang, bang, shoot them up, put people in camps. They did it to the Native Americans. They did it to the Japanese. So it creates a sentiment like to the rest of the world. But us here know better. You can't just come in here, just like we can't just go in there. Why should it be any different? We don't owe anybody, and by we, I mean citizens of this country, the government, but citizens of this country don't owe our discomfort, our lack of resources. I mean, you look from city to city, Chicago, New York, those are the biggest ones right now that I'm seeing, of the thousands, the millions of dollars that they've spent, Minnesota, California, in grants, in business loans, and just giving out stuff left and right for this explicit use for immigrants, and nothing for their own citizens. So no, I'm not anti-immigration. I'm not anti-completely anything, but I'm not just rounding everybody up and got big warm hugs for everybody either.
But Leslie, everything that you just said preface anti-immigration. So I don't understand your statement. Everything that you just listed,
illegal, there's immigration, and then there's
you are against it completely.
Say that again.
I said everything that you just listed and your whole stance about it is you just basically kind of contradicted yourself
For
there.
illegals, maybe I left that word out. Illegal immigrants,
Okay.
illegal immigrants. All those monies that they gave out, they were all for illegals. Hey, put them on buses and ship them. We'll take them. And they spent all this money. And meanwhile, the people in the town like, wait a minute, where y'all bringing? Where they gonna stay? Where they gonna live? Oh, we just gonna take this building that was sitting dilapidated for all of these years, never did nothing. Meanwhile, you have homeless families staying in shelters, getting evicted, living in slum houses. Illegal immigrants, we're gonna
Leslie,
bust
hold
them
on.
in the town.
Before illegal immigration became an issue, homelessness has always been an issue in America. So, I mean,
So then we should focus on homelessness. Yes.
so what are you saying?
So meaning, I think that the resources of a country go to the people that are legally there first.
Close the borders.
I mean, is that crazy?
D-Moore, is that what you're saying? Close
Dante, is what I'm saying messed up?
No, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're basically saying, our monies, our resources should be allocated towards citizens of this country.
And
And
I
not
think that when
preference for illegal immigrants, which I'm just trying to figure out what resources go to. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I just
What
gave
resources?
you the examples. I mean, like literally just with the busing of the people. I watched them.
Well, the
I've
Texas
watched
governor Abbott was sending illegals here, or they were sending just immigrants in totality over here, or basically
to New
illegals to
York
DC
City.
and New York. But they weren't necessarily asking for them, but Abbott was going to send them regardless. Like he was busting them up and
I have
sending
watched
them.
the citizens of Chicago go into their local government board meetings and state their case. I've watched people stand from the street and video and show illegal immigrants getting off of a bus and being chartered into a bill. All I'm saying is that it's not like I'm not trying to be
But you kind of got to do that as a mayor. You know why you have to? Because let's just say it's Chicago, it's the month of December.
He's
I
a
can't
terrible
have a
mayor.
3-year-old and a 26-year-old mother outside and freeze to death on my I won't get reelected. They say a politician's job is not necessarily to do right by people, but their goal is to get reelected. So I can't have people die in the street. This is why when when families are about to get kicked out of shelters, they'll contact the council member, and the council member, all of a sudden, they're not getting kicked out because the council member just can't have a family of 8 on the side of the road. Like just the imagery of that is going to get them not elected in the next election. So
yes, and I also,
even though they
Dante,
do though, I mean, they might try not to. Sorry, go ahead, Dr.
No, I'm sorry, Leslie, but I think we also have to look at the facts. The largest part of the United States budget has it's financially very small when it comes to illegal immigration compared to some of the other portions of the budget.